Okay, well, my name is John, and the topic that I chose to do today is that bilingual, well, in most cases they call it bilingualism, is actually better for you. It actually increases your intelligence, and it overall makes you more attentive to things around you. And a quote by Dr. Cross, who's a senior lecturer in language and literacy at the Melbourne University Graduate School, says that once you start to speak another language, you understand different ways of being and relating. It opens your eyes up to new ways of thinking. And what I found from this is that it just makes you think more. It makes you go ahead and think about what is actually happening, makes you look at different things as if you were looking at them through another person's eyes. Also, by an example of this, experiment was done through 44 test subjects who were senior citizens. They found that Alzheimer's disease was actually prolonged to them because they were actually bilingual. And they noticed that their intelligence was actually it was slightly above average. It actually helped decrease the amount of time that they would go ahead and actually acquire Alzheimer's. But the people who were monolingual got it exactly right when they were expected to. Also in another experiment by Agnes Corva and Jacques Miller, they did a test on 60 families who just acquired a baby. 30 were monolingual and 30 were bilingual. And in each case, they did it where they would move an object, like a random object. The 30 babies that were monolingual did not notice until some time passed. They would go ahead and just play around, do whatever, and this went on for, I think it was about 5 years. And they found out they didn't understand what was going on. They just found the object and played around. But the bilingual babies and kids, they noticed it automatically. They just went ahead and actually saw it, and they started looking at it. They also did sound tests. Go ahead and see who was actually listening to what, if they would go ahead and react. And they found, yes, the bilingual did actually react to each time. Monolingual, however, reacted just the same. And, well, also for bilingual, over in Europe, they teach English, they'll teach them Spanish, they'll teach them French, Italian, whatever their language is. Over here, it'll be English, Spanish, a little bit of French. But that's until high school. Europe, they have excelled dramatically in education. However, to US, not so much. And through these cases, it can be found that learning a different language does indeed help your intelligence slightly.